For question 2, actually for question 2 until question 14. Correct. There's one very important concept that we must know. How can a probability distribution table, a random variable distribution table, correct? How can it be a valid random variable? What is the criteria for something to be a random variable? What is the criteria? Yes, Nick? Yes, the sum of the probability for the whole situation must be 1. So this is a very important fact that Haoshen, why you enter the waiting room? You see here. Close your computer. I will not admit you. If you cannot see, then you sit here. Thank you. Okay, so for this, one very important thing is the sum of the probability for the whole situation must be equal to 1. All right? So from there, you can solve a lot of unknown that is in the question. Yeah. So the rest, you can just key into the calculator and use the calculator to get the answer. Am I right? Hello? And it is a discrete random variable. Right? Okay, so we are done with, so all the question there, do you have any issue? Exercise 7B? No. Yes or no? Hello? Question? Question 15. Okay, I will explain question 15. Okay, now, question 15, part A, they are giving you a facts, true facts. Okay, e to the power of x is the same as sum of n equal to 0 to n equal to infinity xn over n factorial. Okay, so it means that if I have e to the power of 3, so this means this will be sum of n equal to 0, infinity, 3 to the power n over n factorial. Are you clear? So if I see this, I can replace with this. That's it. That is what they are trying to tell you. And how they come about this, what is the meaning of that sum? That means why the first term is 1? Do you know why the first term is 1? Because they sub the n with 0. Understand? Then the second term, you sub the n with 1. Okay, if you key into the calculator, 0 factorial is 1. Do you know why 0 factorial is 1? What do you mean by factorial actually? If I say 0 factorial, do you know you learned this in your Form 5 under permutation and combination? Yeah, that means I give you nothing, how to permute? How many ways to permute? Only one way, don't permute lah. That's why 0 factorial is 1. So that's why this one you get 1 over 1. This one you get x over 1. Then the next one you get x squared over 2 factorial. I give you two things to permute. There are two ways of permuting it. Do you know the meaning of permutation? What do you mean by permute? Permute means you have to select, then you have to arrange. That is called permute. Grouping is just you select. You don't have to arrange. Are you clear? So when you talk about permutation, AB and BA, this is different arrangement. But you talk about grouping, they are the same group. Do you get me? So that is the difference. Okay, so these are the information given to you. So now use this definition to evaluate this. So now I want to find what is the value of this. So look at here. In this expression, which term doesn't depend on n? This symbol means summa. Which term doesn't depend on n? Is it 0.2 to the power n? Is it n factorial, or is it e to the power of negative 0.2? How, Shan? Your mother also know something.
No, I don't know what's your problem. I don't know if
You see, class, this is for someone doing something wrong, yet break on another person. You see, from today onward, you see, Mr. will not reprimand you at all.
what's wrong with you?
Nothing wrong with me.
I didn't disturb you, alright?
Yeah, you didn't disturb me. So that means that is what you want to be in my class. Go ahead.
He called me, I have to text back, right? It's not my pick up phone. That's more not respect.
Okay, I don't want to argue with you.
I'm not
Haosheng.
arguing with you.
I don't want to argue with you. Okay, so the constant is e to the power of negative 0.2. So what I can do is, I can just take out e to the power of negative 0.2 out. Then I write down here sum of n equal to 0 to n equal to infinity, 0.2 to the power of n over n factorial. Can or not? So according to here, this formula, how can I replace this with? How can I replace this with? Can you tell me? I can replace this with something. Can you tell me what is it? Yes, Kevin? No, you have to observe. If here is x, here follow x. See the pattern. Haven't? No. If you look at here, here is X, here is X. The rest the same. So if here is 0.2, so how should I replace this whole thing as? What is X here? Yes. So that is how we apply formula. E to the power of 0.2. So what is this whole thing? Yeah, because is e to the power negative 0.2 plus 0.2. So it's e to the power of 0, so which is 1. So that is part A. So why they need you to do part A? Why they need to give you this information? Is because of part B. Okay, so when you talk about part B, you look at the variable X. Is a discrete random variable and it starts from 0 until infinity, correct? So in order for this random variable to be valid probability distribution table, the sum of all the probability must be equal to 1. So now we use this to help us to prove B. So B, the sum of all the probability from n x equal to 0 to x equal to infinity. So this will be equal to 0.2 to the power of 0 over 0 factorial e to the power negative 0.2. That is the first one. Plus, second one, 0.2 to the power of 1 over 1 factorial e to the power negative 0.2. Am I right? Then plus until the infinity. So this one, I can summarize it as sum of n equal to 0 to n equal to infinity, 0.2 to the power of n e to the power negative 0.2 over n factorial. Am I right? And from part A, this is equal to 1. So explain why this is a valid probability distribution, because the sum of the probability is equal to 1. Are you clear? Then the rest you can just use the formula and get the answer. So should I answer part 2 and 3 for you? I think that one I don't have to, correct? Do I need to explain part 3? Hello? No need. So how do you do part 3? I just want to know. How do you do part 3? How do you do part 3? How do you do part 3? They say find the probability that at least 3 cars will pass. What do you mean by at least 3 cars? That means I want to find the probability that x equal to 3 x equal to 4 until x equal to infinity, correct? So is it possible for you to find? So how to do this? Yes, I can use because the probability for the whole thing to happen is 1. So I use 1 minus probability of x equal to 0 minus probability of x equal to 1 and minus the probability of x equal to 2. That is the answer from part 2. Am I right? So I will get the answer for part 3. Are you okay? You don't have to stare at me like that. Value. Yes? Yes, you are finding the mean. So you can find the mean using the graphic calculator, correct? So in what situation do you think that I need to use this formula? In what situation do you think that I need to use this formula? Is his handphone on the table? In what situation that I need to use this formula? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me? In what situation I would need to use this formula? This is a formula to find mean. In what situation I will need this formula? Can you think of? That means you cannot key into the graphic calculator. In what situation I need to apply this formula? You set a question, you give me a scenario whereby I need to use this formula. I need to use this formula in order to solve whatever they ask me to solve. No, if for example, I give you a table like that, if for example, I give you a table like that, okay, I give you the probability distribution table, okay. Okay, this is my X, this is my probability. Okay, so I give you 0, 0.3, 6, 0.2. Then I give you 7. Okay, then I put here K. At first I say find K. Then B, I say find the expected value. Do you think I need to use this formula? Do you think I need to use this formula? For this situation, I no need. I no need to use this formula. So I can find the K by just using K equal to 1 minus 0.3 minus 0.2. So my K is 0.5. So I got it already. I key into, this is equal to 0.5. I key into my L1, L2 in the calculator. Then after that, I go to step calculate, one bar stack, then I will get my expected value. Am I right? So do I need this formula? No need. So you tell me what situation I would need this formula. Probability is not stated there. Is there already? No, I didn't give you the probability of 7 to happen. Yes? Yes? Faster, I need you to tell me. Because from the past, I keep telling the student, yet the student don't get it. That's why now I don't want to tell you. I want you to come out. Yes. Okay, can you please find a mean for this one? And let me know, please. Yes? 0.7. Huh? 4.7. Okay. So the expected value for this one is the mean is 4.7. Okay, 4.7. So now you think of how can I, in what situation, based on this example, how should I change this question so that I will want my student to apply this formula to solve? Modify this question. Same thing. How am I going to modify? So that my student must have this formula in mind in order to get whatever I want to ask. Someone please? I bring the iPad to you, you write? No, you want to be an A+ student, you have to. Your ability to create question will determine your success. And some of you take MX, you want to be an engineer or what? If you are not able to create, then it's very hard for you. And even those who study econs, you want to go into finance. You must know how to create your business. People is doing like that. I'm going to do it the other way. So how? Tap on whatever I have, modify it to make it better, whereby not because of earning the money, make the economy better. To make the economy better is not talking about the profit first. It's talking about how the whole economy must run so that win-win situation. Our economy system in this world is very, very wrong. You are talking about yourself. You are talking about I. No, economy system have to be good if you talk about everyone. So now please create a question. I give to my potential A+ student. SpecMax student. Try. Next. Huh? Okay, you try. No, it's no harm trying. First time you may not get it, but next time you will get it. If I don't give you the opportunity to try, you will never try. This is where the school, you will have this opportunity. When you come out, people don't allow that. People don't allow you to be rude. You try to go to the market and you try to be rude. You see what will happen. Straight away fire you. That's how cruel the society is.
outcome to get 7.
Okay.
You can
So what you can do is you give the mean first. You see, you give the table, you put the unknown, one of the unknown of the variable. You put one of the variable as an unknown. You understand?
can
Like
write
for example,
the outcome to be 7. If cannot.
No, you don't say like that. You just put the table, you put one of the variable as an unknown, you put A, B, or C.
Oh, I need to
0,
use
6,
that
or
formula.
7. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I need to do the question.
You can create different question if you want to. But I'm just saying based on that question, you can have the same table. So one of the variable X you put as an unknown. Like for example, instead of write 6, I write
Oh, I
A.
need to come out not from that one.
from this one, you can use. Because we know the mean already. So you get given the mean of the
What is number of
so what
trials to
is-
get?
what is the value of the variable? Okay. Do you get me?
Then
It means you put here as A. You copy down this table, you put here as A.
this one.
You change that one to A. Delete. Then you change that one to A. Yes, okay, put A. Then that given the mean is 4.7, find A. Find A. Okay. You understand? Okay, do you understand? So it is I change the variable, one of the variable, I don't know what is the value of that variable. One of the random variable, I let it be 8. You get me? Then I say given the mean is 4.7, find the value of 8. So can you key into the calculator? Definitely you can't. So you have to go back to this formula. That is 4.7 is equal to, this one you have done it in your form 5, right? 0 times 0.3, that is P times Xi, plus A times 0.2, plus 7 times 0.5. So now can you find the value of A? Yeah, so that is why this formula is so important. In this situation. Do you get me? So that's why I want you to create. You should be able to figure out. So do you see, you are learning maths in such a way that you need people to feed you instead of you feed yourself. Okay? See or not? So is this formula important? Important. So other than know that the sum of the probability must be equal to 1, I also must have the formula of how to find the expected value. So that if the question phrased in this way, I can answer the question. Because if this is given, calculator can't help because I cannot key in a variable into the calculator. Are you clear? So should I write this one down in my one-page handwritten notes? The answer is a yes. And I even can write down this example so that I know how to use it. Okay, so we give you the formula not for the sake of the formula. There are certain situations whereby I must use the formula. Do you get me? Okay, good. So exercise 7C, 6.1, you should be able to do because all is given. So now, exercise 7C.2. Exercise 7C.2. Okay, this is a exercise whereby, especially from question 6, 7 onward, okay, until question 11, there is no probability distribution table for you. Am I right? We know that yesterday, no, on Monday when I teach you. Okay, what do you mean by random variable? How you define random variable? How do you define random variable? A random variable takes on the possible numerical outcomes of a chance process. Numerical outcomes. So we got two types of random variable, correct? What are the two types of random variable? Discrete and continuous. What do you mean by discrete? This chapter is all talking about discrete random variable. So what do you mean by talking about discrete random variable? It is a random variable that can take on a countable or list of outcomes. Correct? So all this definition, you better bear in mind. I told you already, you will need it when you discuss your folio. I tell you, I really take an effort to go and write it down. It's for the sake, whatever I'm discussing from now onward, everything is related to your folio. That is your 20%. Okay, so that means 7C.2 onward, especially question 6 until 11. First, you must know how to define your random variable. Okay, what are you talking about? What sort of random variable are you talking about? So you have to read the question and understand properly. Second, you must know how to build. You must know your random variable possible outcome. You must be able to list down. Then you must, from there, you must be able to build your probability distribution table. That is like this. So you must know how to define your X. You must know what are the possible value for X. Then you must know how to get the probability from the question itself. Do you get me? Okay. So can you please look at question 11? Can you please look at question 11? Okay. Define your X. X is 1. Then state the outcome for X. Then build the probability distribution table. So this is the first step, second, third. Then only talk about how to answer the question. Okay, this is the process that everyone must take for every single question in this exercise. Okay, I give you some time to talk about your X. When you talk about insurance, you are talking about business. When I run a business, if I run a business, the return means my profit. So when I talk about my profit, That means I'm talking about what? I'm talking about when I buy a goods, there is a cost. All right? So there is a cost. So I want a return of 100. Right? I want a return of 100. So that means I must charge my customer the cost plus the 100. Am I right? Am I right? So now, in buying this insurance, when people buy insurance from you, so they will claim from the insurance, right? So they claim from you, that is the cost. So the claim here means what? In this situation, what do you mean by the claim? Hello? Like for example, if they lost the ring, all right? If they lost the ring, how much the insurance company had to pay? 8,000. If they someone steal the ring, 20,000. Correct? So if nothing happened, no need to pay. So as a whole, if I got 1,000 customer buy from me, how much payout must I pay? So how am I going to judge the payout? So you are going to count the mean. That's why you count the mean. You expected payout. You see or not? So you see, that's why you don't know how to do this question. Why I know how to do this question? Because I have life experience. Even you study econ, I never studied econ before. I never studied account before. I buy insurance, I know. You see or not? So what should your X be in order for you to be able to answer this question? Can someone give me what is X? What is X? They stated in the question. If you look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Third line, you will see that. If the ring stolen, then the insurance company will pay the policy owner. So X is what? No, X cannot be probability. X is a random variable. No, you cannot say that is one of the value of X. Good try, but there is only one of the value of X. So how are you going to find your random variable? Define. Yes? Yes. To who? Yes. So X is the amount that will be paid to a policy owner. Correct? So what are the possible outcomes for X? 0, 0, 8,000, and 20,000. Correct? So now I fill in my table. See or not? So, what is the probability that the insurance company have to pay the policy owner 20,000? 0.0025. How about 8,000? 0 point. Then how about the policy owner don't have to pay anything? Yes, how do you get the answer? It's not given by the question, correct? But you know, sum of the probability must be equal to 1. So you got 0.9675. After you got this, can you get the expected X? That means this is called the expected payout. So what is my expected payout? That means the expected amount that the company have to pay each policy owner. You see or not? So what is the answer? 290, correct? So this is like the cost for the company. So now how much do I charge? Will be the cost plus the return. So that is 390. So the as a whole, generally, the insurance company should earn it. So the more the people buy insurance from them, the more they will earn. So if I have 1,000 policy holder for this insurance, correct? I expect to earn 100,000 in it. So that's why you never see an insurance company bankrupt.